News right now at noon.
Our students need prayers. Kentucky State University need prayers.
At Kentucky State University leaves one student dead, another hurt, and a suspect under arrest. Now we're learning new information about the investigation. And neighbors in need of answers. People in one local community raise concerns following an increase in car break-ins. A new step forward in a major revitalization effort as more affordable housing is now available in one Louisville neighborhood.
WLKY News at noon starts right now.
And we began with the deadly shooting at Kentucky State University. 2 students were shot. One was critically hurt Tuesday afternoon. And we've now learned the name of the student who died, 19-year-old Dejon Darrell Fox Jr. of Indianapolis. We're now learning new details from Governor Beshear. WLKY's Sam Carter has more from Frankfort. Sam?
Yeah, Jennifer, good afternoon. We're also learning from Governor Beshear that this shooting seems to have stemmed from a long-standing dispute and was not a random shooting. Now, this shooting occurred just after 3 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Now, Frankfort police say when they arrived to Young Hall, now just for context, Young Hall is a residential building on KSU's campus. And when they arrived, KSU police say they had the suspect, 48-year-old Jacob Bard, in custody. He is the suspected shooter, not a KSU student. Now, earlier this morning, Governor Andy Beshear said this was a dispute that had been brewing for some time, and he praised the quick action of KSU police for immediately taking the suspect into custody, preventing the situation from escalating any further.
Our campuses, each and every one, have their own law enforcement unit. They train for situations like this. There's a potential this could have been worse, but an officer was right there on the scene, and we are really grateful for him, for the Frankfort Police Department. The Kentucky State Police are offering their support as well. I think you're going to see an investigation that moves quickly, and my hope is that the public will get more information soon.
Now, one important piece of information we are still awaiting is the identity of the second victim, who at last update was listed in critical condition. Now, in response to this tragedy, Kentucky State University has suspended all classes, finals, and on-campus activities for the rest of the semester in Frankfort, Kentucky, on the campus of Kentucky State University. Sam Carter, WLKY News.
Thank you, Sam. And the suspect, 48-year-old Jacob Bard, is booked at the Franklin County Regional Jail on murder and assault charges. Bard is set for arraignment tomorrow in Frankfort. Kentucky State was founded in 1886. It's one of only 2 historically black colleges and universities in Kentucky. Simmons College of Kentucky in Louisville is the other. Kentucky State has about 2,200 students with 450 faculty and staff members. Frankfort police are expected to hold another news conference at 2 o'clock this afternoon, which we will stream live for you on WLKY.com. You can also find the latest details now on the homepage. And now to our Impact Weather Day. We've seen rain most of the morning. Now we're dealing with windy conditions, colder temperatures. Meteorologist Mo Rose is here with more details. Hey, Mo.
Just a bunch of fun in the weather department. Yeah, so it was a wet and windy start to your Wednesday, but we are starting to get a little bit of dry time. It's not going to last, though. I want to show you on our radar that big bulk of moisture, that first round of showers moving out does still seem coming down a little heavy over Bardstown, but what we're seeing is another little broken line of showers across the river moving through parts of southern Indiana. That's going to be crossing over the river here in just a little bit, so we are going to hold on to the rain chances for a little bit longer. Temperatures are going to start to fall, though, and as soon as we get cold enough, any leftover moisture is coming down as a few flurries later on this afternoon and evening. Numbers in the 30s around dinner time, and we're going to watch for some of that light snow shower activity later this evening as well. So here's a look at kind of the big picture. You see all of that moisture, that rain over Louisville, but it's that cold air to the north of us that is going to be settling in our area as we go later in the day. So the cold air is moving in and it's sticking around. We'll watch for a few flurries on your Thursday, but your better, more impactful weather comes Thursday night into early Friday morning. So we're going to be watching for some accumulating snow overnight into early Friday, which will eventually end as a rain-snow mix. But I do think that there's going to be some travel impacts for our Friday morning commute. So we're going to be watching the system carefully, and we'll time it out coming up in our big forecast. We'll also take a look at what you can expect for the weekend and beyond in just a little bit. Jennifer?
Thanks, Mo. New at noon, a major revitalization effort in West Louisville is taking another step forward. Today, city leaders cut the ribbon on Gateway on Broadway, a cornerstone project of the Beyond Ninth initiative. It's aimed at expanding home ownership and affordable housing across our community. After decades used as office space for the Department of Defense, it sat mostly vacant for more than 50 years. And now, after a $51 million redevelopment, the building has been transformed into 116 affordable apartments for low-income seniors in the Russell neighborhood.
We need to build more housing. We need to build more affordable housing. And projects like this are one part of the solution. Democratic government.
And developers say the project is a key part of improving housing access while preserving historic structures in West Louisville. Following a school board meeting last night, JCPS is pausing its school closure and consolidation proposal. Now, the district is facing a $188 million budget crisis and had been looking at closing or consolidating several schools. But board members say they need more time and more answers on how these moves would impact students, academics, and transportation. The decision follows weeks of pushback from families.
Related to the previous motion, I will also entertain a motion to request that Superintendent Yearwood provide to the board additional and supplementary information regarding the rationale for items X, Y, and XZ and XAA. The information should include how students who would be displaced from King, Zachary Taylor, and Liberty will be accommodated at the receiving schools to provide the same or enhanced services.
And Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood says tough cuts are still ahead, with JCPS warning it has to trim $132 million just to avoid missing payroll. Well, today marks 4 years since devastating tornadoes tore across western Kentucky, one of the deadliest December tornado outbreaks in U.S. history. The tornadoes were on the ground for nearly 3 hours, slamming Mayfield, Dawson Springs, Princeton, and other communities. 81 people died. It leveled homes and businesses, including the Mayfield Candle Factory, where dozens were trapped. Metro government is starting the process of rezoning at the Givaudan plant in Clifton. The Metro Council Planning and Zoning Committee advanced a resolution in a 4-3 vote. It gives the Planning Commission the authority to review whether the property on Payne Street should no longer be used for industrial purposes. Neighbors have expressed safety concerns since last November's deadly explosion, but council members worry about government changing zoning for properties it does not own.
In this case, because of what I would call the unicorn type of nature of what has happened historically at this location, I think it's proper that we try to address this.
If we downzone a property which affects the land value of a private citizen, right, in this case a company, but whether it's a company or an individual is irrelevant, then we open ourselves up to a potential lawsuit because we have taken value without due process.
And Givaudan has already announced it will not rebuild the plant. A Louisville man came to court only to find himself arrested for a deadly shooting downtown. Timothy Garmany was taken into custody Monday when he came to court for an unrelated case. He was wanted for murder, abuse of a corpse, and other charges. Police say he shot 61-year-old Melinda Doolin in August at the Avenue Plaza Apartments on South 8th Street. Garmany is due back in court in January. People in St. Matthews are concerned about a recent spike in car break-ins. St. Matthews City Council hosted a meeting Tuesday to hear from neighbors. Police say car break-ins are really a citywide problem, but they've recently seen a dramatic increase in St. Matthews.
During the times that we feel this is happening most, we're looking at our crime reports and doing some analytics on that, and we've come up with some times where we're actually running details to hope to curb this, and it seems to be working so far. You know, at this point, it seems like that has dropped, and the fact that we're not having as many or even getting the reports of that incident.
And so far, St. Matthews police say they've made at least 4 arrests related to these break-ins, most of them juveniles. They say if you see anything suspicious, to not confront anyone and immediately call 911. A public service announcement asking families, do you know where your children are, is coming back to the Louisville area. The PSA ran nationally from the 1960s to the 90s. Commonwealth's attorney Jarena Weathers, in collaboration with WLKY, is reviving this campaign. It features Weathers, LMPD Chief Paul Humphrey, and community activist Christopher Truex.
We applaud you for the love you give to these kids. But at the end of the day, we all need reminders. I need a reminder. Everybody needs a reminder. campaign is about safe and healthy kids, and it's the right thing to do, and it's the right awareness to bring to parents and guardians. Simple as that.
And the PSA will start airing Monday. Louisville drivers are seeing some traffic changes as part of the Reimagine Ninth Street project. When driving from downtown into West Louisville, you'll notice flashing stop signs instead of traditional stoplights. This all starts at 13th Street as Muhammad Ali Boulevard and Chestnut Street are being converted to two-way traffic. Officials say this project is meant to bridge the divide in West Louisville while creating safer roads.
People naturally drive slower when they're facing oncoming traffic. So it slows down traffic speeds, it makes it safer therefore, and it's also good for business and pedestrians in general.
And the two-way conversion is expected to be complete next summer. The entire project will not be done, though, until 2028. Well, we are now getting a look at the details of Will Stein's contract as the new UK football coach. Stein takes over for Mark Stoops, who was fired last week. Stein signed a 5-year deal worth $28.5 million running through January 2031. It breaks down to about $5.5 million every year. He also has the potential to earn up to $2 million extra annually if the team makes the playoff, wins the SEC, or if he wins Coach of the Year. The school is paying Stoops $37 million as part of his buyout. Meantime, the UK men's basketball team returned to Rupp last night looking to get back on track against NC Central. Well, this game followed a disappointing 35-point loss to Gonzaga last week. Otega Owe scored a season-high 21 points last night, on fire there, 7 rebounds and 4 steals. The Cats won it 103-67. They're now 6-4. Up next, UK renews a rivalry with Indiana Saturday at 7:30 at Rupp. That was a fun game to watch, Mo Rose.
Oh, I bet. Not so fun, the weather. I don't have any good news for you guys, unfortunately. Yeah, we've had kind of a rough morning. It was wet, it was windy, and this active weather pattern is going to continue over the next few days. So as the rain starts to wind down, we could see a few flurries later. Tomorrow, it's going to be cold with a few flurries, and then we're going to be watching for some accumulating snow showers Thursday night into early Friday morning, which could mean some big problems for the roads on Friday. We'll give you a full look at that forecast coming up.